Yo, what's up guys? In today's video I'm going to be showing you how I earned $100 in the most recent solo cash cup. So the first thing you're going to know is a drop spot. So it doesn't really matter too much if you know a drop spot by heart, and you're going to basically win there every time. So just learn a drop spot, learn it well. As you can see here, I kind of swerved out to the side. So I go fencing fields, and like you don't have to necessarily commit and fight everyone there. You could like always just like swerve off and just like get some loot and just dip. You could always like split the POI. That's what I did here. But if you want to land somewhere where like you can't really split it, make sure you know it really well so you can win off spawn 100% of the time, and it'll give you more chances to make it the end game with stacked loot and better chance to win the game. And I'm gonna show you a good example of how to disengage in your fights, and you don't necessarily have to like commit to fights. See this guy's like raping me right here. I got some damage on him. You know, don't be afraid to take a little bit of shots, but literally I tagged him once and I just dipped. Like there's no reason to be fighting people. It's just gonna grief yours and their game, unless you like really need the refresh, which you are probably gonna need like about like 1 or 2 refreshes end game unless you use your match like really well. So in end game, yeah, you should go for refreshes, but like mid game fights kind of pointless like this. You're just gonna pretty much grief each other's games. And another thing I meant to mention is, if you guys want like the best chance at winning, like maybe like your first game, I recommend queuing like around like 10 minutes late if you want like the best chance. This is actually my second game, not my first. My first game I got a 4th and I queued like 10 minutes late, and then this is my second game and I got a 1st. So it doesn't always work, but like it is always going to be an easier lobby because all the pros are going to like be queuing up instantly trying to get like a 30 kill win. So you know, it's something that it helps a little bit if you are the type of person like to be down for that. So I just thought I'd mention that. So you can see here I'm like also farming a match. Make sure you're gonna be like, make sure you can find a way to get your metal, because metal is like one of the hardest materials to get, and especially with caches out the game now, you definitely need to like be like having routes to like get metal somehow, or like know the map and have some map knowledge a little bit so you can like know places where to farm metal. Just pretty much make sure you're stacked on mats before endgame, then try not to like waste too many builds for endgame, because then it's going to need you to go for more fights and more refreshes, but try and be as stacked as possible for the end game. Another thing is rotating dead side. So as you can see here in the map, the zone is pulling like more up. So you can see me, I'm starting to like go up more towards the map. You want to try and go dead side, that way you can get into as least fights as possible, and that's going to like be less of a grief. I see that kid, that's white. I don't even try and shoot him. See, I'm not even trying to grief him. I'm just trying to play my own game, you know. There's no reason to shoot people, you know. Just focus on yourself. Focus on the rotates. Focus on getting dead side still. If you stay on the edges, you're gonna get griefed on the rotates. But if you're dead side, you're not gonna have to fight as many people, and you're gonna be more stacked going into the end game. Alright, so I fast forward a bit again. One thing I forgot to mention is your inventory, what you want to be carrying. So as you can see, my loadout, I have 5 medkits, Flowberry Fizz, Flowberries, and an auto shotgun. This is the meta, guys. Yes, I know my loadout looks crazy, but in this chapter 5 with the new medkit change, this is the meta. Every game goes to heal up. I'm sure you guys already know. So you need to be carrying medkits. You're not gonna win the game if you don't have medkits for heal off. And you also need to be carrying Flowberry Fizz. Flowberry Fizz is like the only movement in the game right now besides the Grimgate medallion, but it's really hard to get. Only one person has in the lobby, so Flowberry Fizz is like super reliable, pretty good rotate. So yeah, you want to be making sure that you're carrying Flowberry Fizz. And also, if you want to drop your AR SMG, it's optional, but you can to carry for more like medkits for heal off. Then you can just carry an auto. I don't recommend doing it for like a pump, only an auto, because like, you know, it's pretty much like a spam weapon. So yeah, you'll see in a second how it is dead side rotate. So you can see here in the bottom right of the map, the zone is revealing, and like nobody is like where the zone is revealing. You want to try and aim to go to those places, because there's obviously gonna be nobody there. If like the zone is revealing over there, unless somebody's like been sitting in storm, it's impossible for somebody to be there. So some kid actually jumps me here. He has the same idea as me, but it's only me and him on this side of the map. Everyone else is congested on edge on the top, and it's just we're in a much better position. Once he leaves, it was some ammo. Look at I still had like none. I had like 9 shotgun bullets. I was like really bad. A mistake that I made is I should have rotated earlier. I was like backside zone getting griefed over there, so that could have ended bad. But using my mats here. There I found a refresh. I made sure not to get too greedy. I knew I was low. I shouldn't have gone for that kid, or like I didn't. So you shouldn't want to go for those type of fights, especially when you're low in endgame. And with everyone carrying auto, you could easily just get mowed down. So here I actually don't have a Flowberry Fizz, so I'm just like doing the rotates by sprint. These kids that want to cycle in your box, normally they're either low or they don't have any mats. That kid was 100, but he definitely had no mats. So I'm just like, alright, whatever, it's not worth to chase that. So, you know, just, you gotta stay ahead of the zone. If you get caught lacking in the back of zone, that's where you're gonna die. So, you see my builds are still good and everything, so, and my medkits are actually coming in clutch here. I don't have any shields, I ran out, but I still have enough medkits to win the heal off. You know, just stay ahead of the rotates. Be smart with your mats. Keep boxing, run box go front side. Yeah, if I had a Flowberry Fizz, I would have done it, but I ran out. You gotta find a good layer. So I went above this kid. I'm like 28 builds. I'm thinking that I might need one more refresh before making it to the heal off, and you'll see why. I actually kind of did need one, but it worked out. Oh, and one more thing is, you should, since you know it's gonna be heal off, like, you should never really take zone damage like before end game. So try and take as least amount of zone damage possible before the heal off, because the more zone damage you take, the faster you're gonna get storm sickness, and then that's the chance you lose the heal off. So here you gotta like find the good layers to like land on. You see, I found good layers to like stick to. You can see my builds only have 7 builds, so I do a little tarp here, and I'm like, I have 1 build, so I built up here, and then I actually ended up going into zone a little early because I had no more builds, so I had to edit the cone behind me, so it didn't really edit correctly. And yeah, and then you basically just sit behind here and spam your medkits. Very, very skillful. So I'll fast forward this a bit. Once you get down to like your last medkit, while you're popping your last medkit, you want to look for something. You want to look for a kill or look for like more heal or something. That's exactly what I did, and look what I found. More medkits right below in my box. Because you can't just sit there in your box with 1 more medkit hoping that you're gonna win. Like, no, you need to look for something. So this kid ends up going down looking for me, and then the other kid's like on his like last flopper. He has storm sickness. I don't have storm sickness because I didn't take zoning like before the game, not that much, and I won the game. So yep, that's how I won my. That's how I got my first earnings. That's how I won this game. I hope you guys learned something, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching to the end, and I'll catch you later.